hi, this is another example that I normally do in class. This is the other page. It's under the chapter 8.2 examples. I'm not really sure why I saved it like that, but that's what it is labeled under Canvas. And it's very similar to homework problems number 11 through 16. So that's another test about a proportion. Okay, so for this one, it says a study indicates that 57 of 104 women correctly guess the sex of their babies. So this would be my N, and this would be my X, just so we have that information. Use the sample data to test the claim the success rate is no different than 50%. Okay, so this is my claim. It's no different than 50%. So different means not equal to, so no different means equal to. So this is my claim right there. Okay, so that's step one. Now we write down the opposite of equal is not equal to. We come up with our null and alternative. The significance level they always give us right here, 0.05. And then we can either get this test statistic and the p-value by hand. Actually, we get this by hand. This we have to get from the calculator, but I'm going to do it straight with the calculator. So this is what I'm plugging in my calculator. I'm just going to kind of show you and explain it to you. So the way I get to this right here, as I hit my stat key, I go to test, and it's number 5. My P0, just think of the number in your null hypothesis. That's my P0. That's why I have right in there. That's 0.5. My X is the 57 women of 104. And then for this last one, I know that my alternative is a two-tailed, so I want to go to this one here. So even if you're over here, you want to make sure you go to not equals 2 and hit enter. Okay, now I hit calculate. So, move this over. This is my test statistic right there. And then right below it is my p-value, which is down here, which you can't see, so I'm going to move this up here. Okay, so there's my p-value. These are the two things I get from my calculator. Okay, I compare my p-value to my alpha, and it is larger, so I am going to fail to reject the null. That's using the p-value method. If I use the other method, I have to first know that I have a two-tailed test. So I draw a two-tailed figure. If it's two-tailed, I'm going to take my alpha and divide by 2, so in each of those little spots it's 0.025. And then to find them, you know, I actually wrote down both of them. For this one, I'm going to put inverse norm, area to left, that's 0.025. Move this up here. So inverse norm, 0.025, 0, 1 will give me negative 1.96. And for this one, is inverse norm, area to the left would be 1 minus 0.025, which is 0.97501. Okay, so these are my two critical values. So again, if my test statistic falls in the tails, I'm going to reject. If it falls in the middle, I'm going to fail to reject. 0.98 would be about right here. So that's in the middle. So I should fail to reject. Should get the same conclusion. Okay, so now let's go back to the last step. How do we write this in non-technical terms? We're going to use this to kind of help us this time. It starts off with, does the claim have an equal sign? Okay. That would be here. These have the equal sign. So I want to use one of these. Did we reject? No, we failed to reject. So equal sign, and we did not reject. So this should be the starting of the wording, somewhat like this. It's not, can't be word for word, but somewhat similar. There's not sufficient sample evidence to warrant rejection to claim that. And then you always want to write down the original claim at the very beginning there. So this part comes from right here. Okay, so this is this example. It's very similar to numbers 11 through 16 and the homework. So I'll just stop there for now. I changed my mind. I want to say one more thing here. Okay, so again, we did cover both methods here. They're just different ways to do it. Just like in algebra, sometimes there's two ways to do it. This is one way. This compares the areas. This compares the scores. Either way, you should have the same conclusion. So if the homework doesn't give you a choice, you could pick whichever one you want. So if it doesn't give you a choice, then you have to do the one they say. But if it doesn't give you a choice, I think this one's much easier. But it's personally up to you.